Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans. Let's dive into one of the juiciest theories floating around right now. We all know Luna Nozawa is supposedly dead and gone, but if you've watched soaps long enough, you know dead doesn't always mean done. Even from beyond the grave, Luna's shadow seems to be creeping into the lives of our favorite characters. And at the center of it all, sweet, innocent Dylan, the art teacher, who might not be as harmless as she looks. So buckle up because we're going to talk about whether Dylan is secretly picking up where Luna left off and how this could spell big trouble for Will, Electra, and even Steffi. Dylan's sweet act, real or just a mask? Right now, Dylan is sliding seamlessly into Will and Electra's lives. She's crashing at Will's place, she's getting closer to Electra, and rumor has it, Steffi might even hire her at Forrester Creations. On the surface, Dylan looks helpless, sweet, and grateful. Exactly the kind of person you want to help. But doesn't that sound familiar? Remember when Brad Bell first introduced Luna? She was painted as the poor victim of a troubled mom, a girl who deserved sympathy. But that sweet girl act didn't last long. Luna turned out to be manipulative, dangerous, and obsessed. And if there's one thing we know about Brad Bell, it's that he loves repeating plots. He doesn't just recycle ideas, he Xeroxes them. Think Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor's endless triangle. Think the countless Back from the Dead storylines. If Dylan feels like Luna 2.0, that's probably intentional. Dylan and Luna, a hidden connection. Here's where things get interesting. Luna and Dylan weren't strangers. Dylan actually met Luna and even invited her to teach origami to Hayes' art class. They seemed to hit it off until Luna tied Dylan up and held her hostage at the beach house. That's a pretty wild turn in any friendship. But what if Luna managed to twist Dylan's mind before her arrest? Luna was a master manipulator. She could spin a sob story like no one else. Imagine Luna telling Dylan that all she ever wanted was to know her father Finn, but evil Steffi kept them apart. Or that she and Will were star-crossed lovers torn apart by his family. Maybe she even claimed she was pregnant with Will's child and suffered a tragic miscarriage. If Dylan has her own unresolved issues, like daddy problems, Luna's gaslighting could have hit her hard. Dylan might have started seeing Luna as the victim and the Forresters as the villains. That would explain why Dylan seems so eager to cozy up to Will and Electra now. The Malibu mystery. Let's talk about Luna's death. Dylan accidentally ran her over in Malibu, but isn't it strange that Dylan just happened to be there? What if Luna called her for a ride? What if Dylan was on her way to pick her up when Luna darted into the road? If Dylan saw Luna as her only friend, imagine the guilt of killing her, even accidentally. That kind of trauma could push Dylan over the edge. She might blame everyone who was chasing Luna that night, and in her grief, decide to carry out Luna's unfinished agenda. Is Dylan really homeless? Another suspicious detail. Dylan's supposed homelessness. What if that's all part of her act? Maybe she was staying at Luna's place. Maybe she staged her homeless situation to get sympathy from Will and Electra. Picture this. Dylan parks her car down the street, piles it with belongings, then calls the HOA pretending to be a neighbor complaining about Will's guest parking. Next thing you know, Will and Electra invite her in, and Dylan's plan works perfectly. Contrived? Sure, but this is Bold and the Beautiful. Contrived plots are the bread and butter of daytime drama. Dylan's eye on Will. Here's the kicker. Dylan seems to have her eye on Will. If Luna confided her obsession with Will to Dylan, it makes sense. Dylan might see herself as the one who can fulfill Luna's dream. Since Luna is gone, Dylan could rationalize that she's the better choice for Will, and that Electra needs to be pushed aside. And don't forget, RJ is getting closer to Electra. When they auditioned Brian Nicoletti as the new RJ, they tested his chemistry with Lana Grace Electra. That's a big hint about where the storyline is headed. If RJ and Electra grow closer, Dylan could use that to wedge herself between Will and Electra, just like Luna would have wanted. Luna 2.0, a plot repeater's dream. Brad Bell loves his repeats, so what if Dylan is the new sweet girl gone bad? She's living at Will's place, spying on him, and possibly plotting revenge against Steffi and Electra. Every move she makes could be calculated. Of course, there's always the chance Dylan really is just a kind-hearted girl who stumbled into this mess. But let's be honest, that wouldn't be very soapy, would it? So, final thoughts. Whether Dylan is truly innocent or secretly carrying out Luna's agenda, one thing's clear: she's in the perfect position to shake things up. If she's Luna 2.0, we're in for betrayal, obsession, and heartbreak. If she's genuine, then maybe for once we'll get a storyline that doesn't end in chaos. But let's be real, chaos is what keeps us watching. So keep your eyes on Dylan, bold fans. Sweet smiles in soaps often hide the darkest secrets.